noticed when you, up on there, it was about the other sites that had been of interest, and it was when we got to Fawley, but it had been discounted due to what risks and uncertainties. But you didn't, there was nothing to say what they were.
Yeah, well, probably need to make it clear again. Fareham Borough Council isn't the planning applicant. It's not the person that's going to own this building. We have to determine, or the planning committee, which I'm not a part, the planning committee has to determine what is put in front of it. So they do look at something, I think the phraseology is a sequential test. They look at, were there any other sites available that would have been suitable within Fareham before they look at this particular application. The officers will cover that within their report. But we have to consider, as a planning authority, what is put in front of us and look at that piece of land and say, is that piece of land suitable at Daedalus for this interconnector building? Is the land at Chilling suitable for what they want to do there? And is it acceptable to put the cables under Hillhead and out into the sea?
So will you know what the risks and uncertainties were on the other sites?
Any questions that the planning officers want to have National Grid elucidate on to get into their report, then yes, and they're perfectly at liberty to ask those questions. But they have to concentrate on the application that's in front of them, and they can't refuse a planning application in Fareham because somebody says, well, why didn't you go to the New Forest and do it there?
Well, that's not exactly what I was on about. Risks and uncertainties are quite a broad heading, aren't they?
Well,
so it could mean absolutely anything.
Well, what we've been told is, we're talking about Fawley, yes? And why not go there? The land has been sold. The land has been sold to a house builder where Fawley Power Station is. So it's a lot of land, but it's been sold. So I guess that is it's more than a risk. The land simply isn't available to National Grid. It belonged to N Power, and N Power sold the land.
Also, just a little thing, the photos that you had up there, they don't actually show the scale properly. A photograph can be made to look like anything, and that didn't look 22 metres in that picture. And my concern is that a lot of people in here aren't going to see the trees in 15 years. So we're going to have to put up with it until they grow.
Yeah, it's a very fair point you make, and that's why they need to put into an environmental impact assessment what's it going to look like on day 1 or day 0, and that's what those pictures show. And then they show more pictures. It's what they're told to include. That's what they need to do with these assessments. But how the planning committee feel about them, obviously that's another matter, and that's down to them.
I suppose we'll know in 15 years what the health implications are, though, won't we? By the time the trees have grown.
Well, of course, we had a situation 20-odd years ago where every mobile phone mast was put up. There was a great deal of public concern and uproar. And now, of course, we get a situation where everybody wants mobile phone coverage, and they're saying, well, why can't we have a mast? Things change, but the health concerns are very, very relevant, and we'll be consulting as a planning authority, Public Health England, because we don't claim to be experts on electromagnetic radiation or noise.